Welcome to another episode of the Conversation. This video here is, they are really out of control now. I want y'all to picture this now. I'm in a handicapped parking space. I got a handicap sign. I'm waiting on my wife to come out of Walmart. I'm sitting there. I ain't bothering a soul. This cracker pulls up, gets out his car, got a dog with him, gets out his car, and he looked to be in his 80s. First thing I noticed about him, he got a Make America Great hat on his head. So by him being 80, he know about 60, 70 years ago. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why I just turned my head, and he was on my right-hand side. I want y'all to think about that now. He was on my right-hand side. So I turned my head to the left and didn't give him no attention. You know what that individual did? Stopped, backed up, walked around my car, and pointed at his hat and smiled. And this is what he said. Don't worry about it. Y'all made it through slavery. You can be able to make it through what we get ready to do to you now. What Trump get ready to do to you. That's what he said. I want y'all to think about that for a moment. He said, you made it through slavery. One thing you ain't got to worry about is being as bad as slavery. So if you made it through slavery, you ought to be able to make it through what Trump gonna do to you. I want y'all to think about that for a moment. So every person, every white person that you see with a Make America Great hat on his head, remember this here. They know it's racism from day one. They know what it's all about from day one. Now, I would have been wrong if I'd have got out there and knocked his ass off. But you know me, I'm not going to do that. I'm not getting myself in any trouble. And I didn't respond. I just rolled up my window and listened to my music. But I just want y'all to know, please, black people, be careful out here. Please, because they ain't playing. They ain't playing now. And they going to do anything to try to upset your day, upset your life. This is what they want to do. He's 80 years old, so he feel like if I'd have did anything to him, y'all know I'd have went to jail. Because all he had to say, I didn't say nothing to him. He just jumped out of the car and started beating on me, which would have been a lie. Here at the Conversation Moment, I make videos trying to help one black person, and I'm asking black people to please do this for me. Be careful when you leave your door, because it's dangerous out here.
Yep, we're in very, very volatile times, all right? But I want to say shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem HaKadosh. Double honors to the apostles and the elders, a great millstone that rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. Knows in this gospel broadly, put up the steader of Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. This is just another lesson through the spirit. You saw this Jake, basically, you had a MAGA head Edomite that was basically trying to provoke him. And, he made a little slick comment like, you'll be all right. Basically, you'll survive what we going to do to you because you survived slavery, which slavery was pretty much brutal. And the times we coming in and under this guy's administration, we believe that Trump, some way, somehow, will bring in draconian measures, okay, whether that be through some type of assassination attempt or him actually getting assassinated or them staging an assassination and plunging the country to civil war, or they just said that don't happen because we really don't know. Somehow, some way, these particular laws or whatever these mandates he may enact will directly affect you Negroes, Latinos, and Native American, especially with this mass deportation program he's trying to implement, because he has a new branch of government now titled, I believe it's called the efficacy of government, or something like that, which deals with getting basically things in order and mandating certain shit. And you got this guy Elon Musk, which is pretty much on a task in that part of government. So it's a lot that's going on, man. All right, and I've been noticing too these Edomites, not to me personally, but you can tell the spirit of Esau. Esau got a little bit more pep in his step now. He's a little bit more okay. We can bring America great again. We could bring it back to the good old days of Jim Crow, which technically those days have ended. But you have particular civil rights, and you have what they call affirmative action, and then also you have human rights that's in place now to kind of protect people from certain behaviors. Even though Jake's still getting lynched in record numbers, all right, it's just certain shit they don't publicize. But regardless of it, man, you tribes are getting ready to be at the boot heel of this devil, all right, because he's getting ready to come down with great wrath. And you had a lot of Jakes that actually voted for Trump, because they felt that the Biden administration has failed so-called black people. But regardless of it, left wing, right wing, they're part of the same bird. Okay, Biden, Kamala, Obama, they're just as much of a racist as Donald Trump. But instead, they don't outwardly display their hatred for black people. And really, they do in their policies, man. Okay, and honestly speaking, I feel like they're more worse because they try to be subtle with their hate. When a devil like Trump just tell you straightforward, like, look, I ain't fucking with y'all, man. All right, you got this border czar by the name of, what's this clown's name? I think his name is, what's this motherfucker's name? And I just went into him yesterday. Tom Homan, yeah. That man is the actual devil. It was like, wait a minute, so can we find a way how to implement this without separating families? He said, sure. He said, we just deport them and their families together. And he waged war on the cartels, man. So it's safe to say that, things are picking up. All right, like I said, me personally, I think they're going to make another attempt on him, but I speak as a man, but I feel like they're going to make another attempt on Trump eventually, because the talking points he's coming with is that of somewhat Christian values, with doing away with the 187 rights. Well, not necessarily doing away with them, but he's putting processes in place to basically not be able to sexually castrate children, against their will, and just in general. If a boy is a boy, then that's just what it is. Ain't no, well, I'm born in my wrong body type shit. And these women are making a big deal about it. All right, but it says here, black Americans express fears resolved after Trump's victory. And the reason why a lot of these niggas are mad, especially these women, because mainly the people that voted for Kamala and the left wing is a bunch of feminists, Marxists, homosexual men, beta male simps, mama's boys, weak, effeminate men, feminists, and the transformers. They supported the Biden and Kamala administration lock, stock, and barrel because it gave them a bigger right and bigger license to be degenerates without being technically judged for it. So this is the reason why they went left, okay? Because they wanted to be able to run around here like Wally World, and no repercussions for it. This is why these women are freaking mad, all right? But on top of that, it says, many black Americans fear rollback of civil rights under Trump, which civil rights movement was really set up to put you further in slavery and put you further under Esau's boot heel. Because before the civil rights era, during the time of the Jim Crow and all that other shit, and prior to that, you had segregation. Okay, we couldn't live among them. We couldn't drink from the same water fountains. We couldn't use the same bathrooms. Couldn't attend the same schools for real. And yet, Jake wanted to be equal. But reality of it is, before what they call Red Summer and the Tulsa, Oklahoma bombings, which there was several atrocities like that over the courses of these particular provinces in America. It just wasn't Red Summer in Chicago and Oklahoma, Tulsa, Oklahoma. It was deeper than that. You had towns in Tennessee, Mississippi, you know what I'm saying, in Missouri. You had Jake was prospering all over Babylon for the most part. Once we got allegedly released from slavery, which we was emancipated, which means transfer. But, some Jakes that came off the plantation, it was, they had a little money. They had little things, some of them fought in the military, and then upon discharge, Jake started certain businesses, and, they had little businesses and stuff like that. So Jake was able to make a come up without the dealings of Esau, and Esau was like, what, fuck that. And in order for these people to be not self-sustained, we're going to set up something called Jim Crow, which is going to prompt them to civil rights, which civil rights was really set up by Amalekites, man, by the JOOs. Okay, they use so-called black faces to push forth civil rights movement, like that of Malcolm X and Jesse Jackson and Al Charlatan and Malcolm X and all these men was set up by Edomites, man. Okay, like what's this guy's name? He's the current NFL owner of the Kansas City Chiefs, the Hunter family, the Hunt family. Find out what's his name, H.L. Hunt, which is the grandfather of what's this guy's name? Forgot his first name, but basically he's the son of H.L. Hunt, which was basically a financer for the Nation of Islam and the NOI. And basically he got them funding to push a false curriculum to so-called combat racism, man. So Esau was basically being a puppet master the whole time. You know, so your whole civil rights movement was set up by Edomites, man. It wasn't even really Jakes. Jakes was just the face behind it. You know, like the whole Rosa Parks shit. That was all a goddamn psyop, man. All right. And look at you niggas today. Still in poverty. Okay. Still working 9 to 5. Still in the hood. Still in the ghetto. Your women is all slutted out. The men is totally out of the picture. The women is just completely out of order. The kids are just wild as hell. You know. So basically, all in all, that plan worked to destroy you. Okay. Because post civil rights era, then you had what they call women's lib or feminism, which 2024 today, present day 2024, this is the result of it. A bunch of women running around here losing their goddamn minds because they can't go and off their kids, which technically they still can't, which is giving it to certain states. But the fact that they don't want to be traditional women anymore. So this is the result of your so-called freedoms here. All right. And now you got Jake says some black Americans believe Trump would improve job and economy, which it may seem that way, but initially the dollar is too far gone for them to even pull back on it, man. All right. But it says civil rights groups vow to fight harder for racial equality, which is stupid ass. You was better off being segregated, man. But anyway, it says Donald Trump's U.S. presidential election victory has sent shockwaves through black American communities, which voted overwhelmingly for Democratic candidate Kamala Harris, despite the campaign by a Republican rival to court black men. It says, while Trump made gains among black Americans, because all you jakes that vote for this system, you're stupid as hell. All right, you expecting to see a change when neither side of the coin is for your benefit or for your well-being, man. Okay, Kamala don't like niggas. Biden don't like niggas. Tim Walz, he's just a weirdo. Okay, Donald Trump don't like Jake. All right, Elon, none of them devils give a damn about you niggas, man. But they say, oh, vote for the lesser evil. Look, evil is evil. That's stupid. All right. But anyway, it says, while Trump made gains among black Americans in North Carolina, and some in communities celebrated his win, nationally, his vote share among black voters was unchanged in the Tuesday vote from 2020, according to the exit poll conducted by Edison Research, which showed a much larger swing towards Trump among Hispanic voters. Yeah, it was the Northern Kingdom that really wanted him. Unlike you stupid jakes, you bowed the knee to your woman. And most jakes that voted for Kamala is because they women basically threatened them to leave or they wanted to please their women. And yet Jake still got blamed, man. All right. And the rest of the Jake, man, a lot of Jakes don't even vote like us. We don't freaking vote for what? Okay. Please, if I had 3 choices of a vote, first vote, Kamala, second vote, Donald Trump, the third vote, destruction of Babylon the Great, I would go cast number 3 10 times, man. All right. I'll put as many ballots as to option number 3 as possible. Destroy this goddamn place, because ultimately that's what we want to see. And people say, oh, that sounds like some terrorist shit. No, it's not. It's righteous, because you know what? We're tired of it. We're tired of the freakism. We're tired of the lies. We're tired of being in captivity. We're tired of being sick. All right. Tired of having to accept you people's opinions when they're coming from a left-hand standpoint. It's just ridiculous, man. All right. We're tired of it. Adultery. You got freaks in there. You got this low-life Cardi B judging men, or judging period, for people that don't want to vote for the opposing side, man. You know, when she ain't in no league to judge anybody, you know, from her type of background. And yet this wicked hoe literally commits adultery while she's pregnant, man. Like, what kind of Mickey Mouse madness is that? This is a wicked system. But it says black voters were important to President Joe Biden's victory over Trump in 2020, when Harris, also elected as the first black and Asian American U.S. vice president. It says had won on Tuesday, Harris would have become the United States' first woman president. But majority of the 24 black Americans who spoke to Reuters for this story said they feared a second Trump term, including a rollback of civil rights after his pledge to end federal diversity and inclusion programs, all right? It says many said his rhetoric, including racist and sexist language. Like, get the fuck out of here. You people are sexist. The fact that you don't want to be in a traditional role and the fact you don't want a man to rule over you, that's in a way sexist in his own right. So there's a bunch of hypocrisy here, man. But it said in his rhetoric, including racist and sexist language, proved that he does not have the best interests of black Americans at heart, which none of them do. It says Mary Spencer, 72, a retired nurse and educator in Oak Creek in a swing state, Wisconsin, was dismayed by Trump's victory. She says Trump's opinion on black people was condescending because that's what he thinks of us, that we only strive to do the jobs that illegal immigrants come to do, which he identifies as housekeeping and working on landscape projects, but things that don't require much skill or education, because basically calling you a bunch of dumbass Negroes, man. But it says here, in an event with black journalists in July, Trump said immigrants were taking black jobs when enforcing racist stereotypes about the kinds of works black Americans do, because you were disproportionately left out of the wealth gap, all right, and educational opportunities. So we do have the more shitty jobs and shittier pay. But even then, Esau don't even make the move. When you really look at it, the top three earners in this society is Moab, Elam, and I believe the third may be it's Moab, Elam, and I don't know. Ham is not up there, but I forgot the third. But it may be Moab, Ham, and I think it was the top two. It was Moab and it was Elam. Okay, they armed the shit. The Edomite is third from the bottom. Jake is at the bottom. Then I think you got like Mexicans or something. Then you got Esau. He's like number third from the bottom. So even Esau doesn't have the earning power that he once did, even though he's the most wealthy, okay, because of rape, robbery, and murder. But overall, them Elamites, man, and the Moabites, they really got this shit lock, stock, and barrel because everything is made in China, you know? But it says here, Trump denies he's racist. And he says in his economic agenda will lower taxes, housing costs, and to boost job creation for all Americans, including black Americans. And his campaign did not immediately respond to requests for a comment. But Katrina Holmes, 51, a black entrepreneur from Riverdale, Georgia, voted Harris, hoping she would unify the country to reduce racial inequalities. You know, right. You see what she did when she was the DA, or the what was she? Was she the district attorney, or was she? I mean, the defense attorney, the DA, district attorney, or she was what's the attorney general? No, I don't think she was ever attorney general. I don't think, but she was in one of them roles, and she did a horrible job at that. But it says hoping she would unify the country and reduce racial inequalities. But a Trump victory threatens to arrest progress on closing the gaps, given his policy agenda as rhetoric, she said, which he actually will give the cops full immunity against people and you Jakes in general. Same thing with Obama. I believe he gave cops full immunity against you, nigga. That's why more Jakes was unallowed on his watch than any other presidency. And I'm thinking that if Trump follows the same sentiment, then, hey, you may have twice as more Jakes that get unalive this time, because we in a time Jacob's trouble is pretty much here, you know. But it says here, Nadia Brown, the director of Women's and Gender Studies program at Georgetown University, said Trump's victory has likely dealt a blow psychologically to many black Americans who have been excited by the prospect of having the nation's first woman president, which that's a recipe for disaster, okay? Women do not belong in positions of power. I don't give a damn how quote-unquote educated they are. They do not belong in a position of power, all right? And I stand on that. And it's a second black commander-in-chief who could usher in the policy change for the communities, which the Democrats didn't do a damn thing for you Israelites, man. All right? You niggas need to just go somewhere, bro, with this shit. But basically, you look at it as a bunch of pout-faced Negroes, man. But this is spelling a civil war, because eventually there will be a war between Jake and Esau, man, all right? I mean, just all the nations in general, but the biggest clash is going to be between Jake and Esau. Like, when Esau gave up his birthright and he said, the days of mourning my father is at hand and I will slay my brother Jacob. And Esau still holds that hatred in his heart today. So this Trump victory has given them the pep in their step to be bold against you Israelites out here, man. All right. And that's the will of the Heavenly Father, because that he's the sword of the Most High. And we can get that in Ezekiel, the 21st chapter. But anyway, this is 2nd Esdras 13. And I'm going to start at verses, let's start at verses 29. And it says, and behold, the days come when the Most High will begin to deliver them that are upon the earth, and them is the elect. And he should come to the astonishment of them that dwell on the earth. Okay, now when you look up the word astonishment, right? Let's look that up real quick. When you astonish, it means greatly surprised, impressed, or amazed. Okay, like when you go to Luke 21:25, it says that the people was in a perplexed state. Okay, so it says astonished is more neutral. It is commonly used in both positive contexts. He astonished them with the sight, and negative ones he lacked awareness, astonished and heard. But the elect will be astonished because of the coming of Yahushua, which aids our deliverance. Okay, and it says, and one shall undertake to fight against one city, one against another, and one place against another, one people against another, one realm against another. All right. And that's going to be the case of these civil wars that's currently brewing up, because at this point, Esau is ready to put you tribes in a basket, man, and ship you off because they're tired. All right. They've been waiting to get their hands on Jake. Shit, for the last 200 since we got out of captivity, and we're still in captivity. You see, but they're ready, man. All right. This is why gun and ammunition sales have went up. Because, they feel like a civil war is brewing. And the first thing they're going to do, and even Trump stated, he even mentioned in a roundabout way that basically when they do their mass deportation, they're going to have little agents that's, they're going to have their little patriots that's going to assist in that, because the patriots, they want the migrants out. They don't care for the Hispanic speaking tribes or the Native American tribes, and they damn sure don't care about you Israelites. You see? So this is the time we coming in too. All right, Ezekiel 21:8, and it says, again, the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, prophecy, and say, thus says the Lord, say a sword is sharpened, and also furbished. And when you go into furbished, it's like new or modified, so to speak. Okay, when you have something that's called refurbished, meaning that it's made to like new substance. But in this case, it's modified, right? But it says it is sharpened to make a sword slaughter. It is furbished that it may glitter. Okay, meaning that it's modified, all right? It says, should we then make mirth while Jake is playing games? Oh, yeah, 2025 going to be my year. Yeah, you may end up in a detention center. But it says, it contemneth the rod of my son as every tree, and he have given it to be furbished, that it may be handled. And this sword is sharpened, and it is furbished, and it is given into the hand of the slayer, all right? And the slayer is who? This Edomite, man. You see? And it says, cry and howl, son of man, for it should be upon my people, and it should be upon all the princes of Israel. Terrors by reason of the sword should be upon my people. Smite therefore upon the thigh. And that's the point. All right. Hell is getting ready to come down on you tribes, man. And I say you tribes because we know that of the hopeful elect, we're going to be protected in that day, because the Lord is going to, he's going to reserve us through miracles, okay, through angels intervening, and through spiritual power. The Lord is going to protect his elect. But the 2/3 of our people, you're going to get caught up in this riot, man. You're going to get put down. And don't get it twisted. Jake, for the most part, they're going to win. They're going to win that. They're going to win that battle. All right. They're going to they're going to steamroll over Esau, because the scriptures say we're stronger people. But, predicated on his military and his police force and his little patriots, when it comes to weapon warfare, Jake has no chance with Esau. So the Lord is going to have to step in and enhance Jake, man, because they have no chance to defeat Esau when it comes to warfare, man, all right? And that's a beautiful bright moon. I'm looking right out my window, and it's beautiful. I'm going to take a picture of it when I'm off the video. But it's coming right through the patio door. But Slakia, it kind of distracted me. But last precept here, this is the book of Zechariah 9:13. It says, and when I have bent Judah for me and filled the bow of Ephraim, and raised up thy sons, O Zion, against thy sons, O Greece, and made thee as a sword of a mighty man. So this basically tells you a clashing between our people and them, all right? And it says that Jacob would be as a mighty man, okay? So we're going to get endowed with that power, because when push comes to shove, man, the elect, we gonna steamroll over all you goddamn people, even our people. They gonna get got too, man. So really, it's the elect versus everybody else because the 2/3 they ain't with us, and we don't claim to be with them nor support the 2/3. Let them have it, all right. But I'm gonna end it here, giving all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Lord's will you will edify to the next lesson. Shalom.